Hey, everybody, and welcome to another live episode of The Grid. My name is Scott Kelby. We are joined by the amazing, the miraculous, the ludicrous, Mr. Terry White. Terry, welcome.
Thank you, Scott. How's it going?
It's going good.
Good. Good to be here.
Hey, we just did a live broadcast for KelbyOne members only. We did a private webcast with Terry about how to sell your stock photography. And Terry was amazing. He was great.
I tried.
He was really, really great. Terry actually sells his own stock on there, so it was great. I mean, obviously, he works for Adobe. Terry, for those of you who aren't familiar with Terry, which is like 6 people maybe left, Terry is a photography and design evangelist, worldwide evangelist for Adobe, but he also sells his stock on Adobe stock, and so...
Well, I sell my photography on Adobe stock.
I'm sorry, he doesn't sell his stock. He sells his stock at
sell my stock on E-Trade.
Raymond James. I don't know. All right. Hey, before we get started, because today is Blind Critique Day, we're going to give a shout out to some folks. Photog Mom from Port St. Lucie. Peter is here from London. Severine, who was with us earlier, is saying hi from France. Jorge from Guadalajara, Mexico. Randy Brogans from Beantown is here. Hi from Seattle. Marcus is here. Hi, Scott. Hi, Terry. And Dave, the beautiful Dave Clayton, all the way from the UK.
Up,
I love Dave Clayton. Anyway, glad to have you all here today. So we've had some great submissions. We had a flood of submissions for today's blind photo critiques. That's what we're doing today. I do want to mention one thing, and this is kind of big news. Big news. We just announced my 9th annual worldwide photo walk. It is coming. Yay! You participated in it many times.
I have.
You were
years.
the very
I was
first
usually,
one.
Like mine were always the first to fill up.
I know. That is about true. I think you always had like the first city in America to fill up. But anyway, it is going to be, the official date of the photo walk is Saturday, October 1st. It is sponsored by our friends at Canon, and Canon has made some amazing prizes for the winners. So the photo walk itself is just, it's for fun. We walk for 2 hours and we just make friends and stuff. But there is an optional competition, and including a brand new category which we added this year, which is video taken on your walk. You know what Canon's giving? The one that the video that wins the video walk
wins a VCR.
No, they get an 8-track tape player. No, they get what's called, it is the Video Creators Kit. So it's a Canon 80D plus their brand new 18 to 35, which is like tuned for video, plus a power zoom and a Rode mic. It's like a whole kit for broadcasting.
Very cool.
And so that's kind of really cool. Diane A asks, will the Adobe stock webcast be available for a few days to watch again? Absolutely. Go to the KelbyOne website under webcast. That was a private members only webcast. So log into your account and it's right there for you. So very cool. Hey, so today we are, I want to mention one more thing. This is important. So go to the worldwidephotowalk.com and sign up, find a city near you. Now you realize we just announced this. Just announced it. So if there's not a city and not a walk yet in your city, give it a couple of days. Check back on Friday or Monday. There probably will be. It's all the way in October. So a lot of people are just setting up their cities. A lot of leaders from last year are just now setting up their walks. So by next week, if you go to your city and there's not one, maybe you should lead one. So go back in a week and then go click on Lead a Walk, and you can apply to lead a walk in your city. One more thing, and this is really important. This whole photo walk benefits the Springs of Hope Orphanage in Nakuru, Kenya. Each year we raise money for the orphanage. We've raised over $100,000 for this orphanage in Kenya. It is kind of we've taken it as one of our own. We just this minute opened the pledges. So we're trying to raise this year $35,000. That's our goal. So if you go to the worldwidephotowalk.com page and click on the donate button, we've just had someone has given us $20. So we're on our way. Remember, even a 10,000-mile journey must begin with but one step. Anyway, our one step is $20. Thank you for whoever did it. That's very awesome. Go and donate, and we have a little video there from the Springs of Hope. Awesome video, and a really, really awesome. It's 31 kids that they feed and they clothe and they house and they care for and they love, and it's just really, really great. So if you can help us out, give $1. Is all we're asking. If you're going to walk, just walk in, zip over there and give us a buck on PayPal. There are people that give a whole lot more. We've had people give 100. We've had people give 1,000. I couldn't believe it. But anyway, it doesn't matter what you give. We love it that you would give. So please go over there and check that out. It's very, very important to us and to, of course, very, very important to them. Well, the comments are coming in. You rock, Terry. Terry is the best.
Thank you.
All right. So LALB4 says, I'm a KelbyOne member, but I never get notifications for the members-only webcasts. Can
That's a
anyone
problem.
help? No. Yes, call customer service and make sure that they have your right email, because believe me, we send them out. We want every member to come. So call our customer service line, toll free. They're really, really nice people. Tell them, make sure that they have your correct email address, because we do send email notifications out and stuff. Fran says, I can't wait for the photo walk. It's a first timer, and she's going to Glenn Dewis's walk. I went to Glenn's walk myself 2 years ago.
You have.
And Glenn is awesome. His walk is awesome. Raging Badger says, there was no photo walk in my country last year, and I think there will be none this year. Should I lead? Yes, absolutely. Now, Raging Badger, will you let us know what your country is? Because it's really hard to find. There were over almost 1,100 cities around the world with walks last year. Wow. It's hard to find a country without a walk. I mean, there was walks in Russia. There was walks in China. There was not a walk in North Korea.
That you knew of.
Well, there was a walk, but it was secret. Anyway, so let's get going. We asked our viewers to submit images. A bunch of them submitted images. We have a ton of images to look at today. And we have a wide range of images. The rule, Terry, since this is his first time doing the blind critiques with us, is our job is to be honest in a helpful way. But the problem is no one's ever honest with you about your photography. Like never, ever, ever, ever. So that's going to be our job today. We are going to kind of try to tell you where you're at, what you can do to improve your stuff, and we're not going to be mean, but we're going to be truthful. Sometimes the truth kind of sucks. Anyway, so
it will only make you stronger.
But it will only make you stronger. I'm going to have to open these images a different way. Hold on. Oh, good. They won't open up in Photoshop. That makes it fun. Wow, what happened? Oh, it looks like my resolution changed or something. Hold on a
because you switched
something
to the Apple TV where you should be. All right, so go to.
Oh, hold on, I got to change. Hold on, don't move, don't breathe, don't make a sound.
System purposes.
Oh, all the way over there. Okay, someone's asking the question. They said, Scott, where are you going to do your photo walk this year? I am doing my photo walk in Venice, Italy. Very excited. I haven't been to Venice since 2008, so I'm very excited to there. And of course, this is Johan, NL team, so the Netherlands team. Yeah, Johan. Terry, are you doing a photo walk?
I don't know yet. The problem is I used to do them all the time in Michigan because I grew up in Michigan. I was born in Michigan. I know Michigan inside and out. But I moved to Atlanta 2 years ago, and honestly, I've not scouted out places that I would do a photo walk. I have no idea what the landscape is, and no idea where would be a good place or where it wouldn't be a good place. So until I figure that out, I didn't feel comfortable leading one.
He feels comfortable.
But you never know.
He feels comfortable. Raging Badger is from Slovakia. Slovakia is a beautiful country that deserves a photo walk. You should lead it, Raging Badger. So go and apply for one. If there wasn't one last year, don't wait to see if one comes up. Go do it yourself. You'll have a great time. You will love it. You'll do it every year from then on. And look at this. I've been, Buster Boots says, I've been on 3 walks and led 2, all were great fun. I think people are surprised how much fun a photo walk is. Fun. If you haven't been to a photo walk, you're like, you just walk around and then you go to a restaurant? How can that be fun? They were an absolute blast. I promise you'll have a great, great time. And this one says, Yo T. Sweeney South says, Yo T.
Yo.
You do great tutorials.
Thank you.
And it's true. All right, Terry's doing some magic to my computer so our resolution is better because our images are all really small and they were really big a minute ago. So Terry's doing something. This is not, don't do the high DPI. That's what messes it up.
All right, let's go there.
Do there. There we go. That should do it. That's 50%. We're good. You've done well. You've pleased me.
All right.
So let me just resize the images here so we can see them. Actually, let's see if I can get them in bridge again because that would work better. There we go. All right. So let's take a look at our first image. And these are blind critiques. So unless you put a watermark on them, we don't know the name. So here's our first image and our second image. And our third image. Now, it looks like they did put a very small watermark, but I don't think you can really see who it is. So, Terry, any initial thoughts?
My initial thoughts are they look like nice snapshots. I mean, there's nothing blatantly wrong with them. The only thing I would consider on especially the first one, and we'll see the second one again, just your composition is dead center on these first couple. So try some off-center type compositions, rule of thirds, where you're not just shooting directly in the center of the frame.
Yeah, everybody's pretty much in the center of the frame. Also, I think there's another issue. There's some post-processing issues. But let me say first, overall, I think your stuff's actually pretty good. So overall, I think you have a lot of the technical stuff down. Like, your background's soft and it's out of focus and stuff. But you have the technical problem is in the post-processing. Your skin tones are not good. The skin tones are too reddish. I'm looking on my screen. I'm looking at a secondary screen we have here in the studio. The skin tones, they're pretty much off. And what it just looks like is an overall oversaturation of color. And that makes their skin kind of look burned, a little bit sunburned. Same thing here. This is not as bad, but they're a little reddish all the way around. Now, I know that there's a problem. In both of these shots, the little boy looks unhappy, right? And that's not an awesome thing. But here's the thing, and I don't want to sound bad at all, okay? Because you're doing a pretty good job, but you're good enough to move to the next level.
Yes.
But here's what it's going to take. Number one, don't just put 3 people in the middle of the photo and wait for the sad boy to maybe smile. All right. So here's the thing. You have to be a little more creative. All right. So I'm just going to give you an example if I can. I went to 500px and I typed in, family shot. Look at this. It's still the family, but the kid is in the lower third. He is in the center, but he's in the lower third. Look at the family off in the background, out of focus. It's still a family shot. They're using the same camera technique you are, but that's a really good shot. Here's another one that I looked up. Same camera technique that you're using, though they got lower in the frame.
Right.
They got lower in the frame, and that helps. But they waited till a really great moment with the kids.
It's not dead in the center. It
same thing here.
Look like the snapshot.
Look at this. You've got the mother and daughter. You got the father playing with his son in the background. This is like a storytelling shot. This is the next level. So where you're at, you're taking good, serviceable shots. But this is a shot. If you took this shot for this family, this is a shot that's on their wall. This is a shot that shows, remember how Dad used to wrestle around with Bobby, and here my daughter and I are picking a flower. And look at the contrast in the story. Here's the mother and daughter with a flower, and the dad and the son wrestling in the background.
And by the way, like Scott said, the whole thing tells a story. And someone asked this on the last webcast we did about stock. They said, if you don't mind, while you're going through the critiques, can you talk about some that would make good stock photos? And even though this wasn't one of the ones from the critique, this is from 500px, this would make an awesome stock photo.
Great stock photo.
Because this would be one someone would want to license and actually use for an advertisement.
Yeah, you could use this in an ad. I mean, it's a storytelling. It looks like a happy family. It looks like a fun family. And so this is where you are, because really, you've got the technical. Do you think that there's something technical that they did in your photographs?
Other than the skin, no.
Other than the skin tone, yeah. Look at the skin tones. Can we?
And by the way, just look at the difference. Look at how green and red that is compared to the other.
Let's look at your skin tones here. Nice skin tones. Nice. Look at the nice skin tones, right? Nice skin tones. And then let's go back to yours. Messed up skin tones. Also, one more thing. Can I tell you? You have a lot of headroom here for no reason, right? You have a lot of headroom here for no reason. And then you have a lot and this is going to be the cover of a magazine, you're set. If you're submitting this for stock, you're set.
Yep.
But for a portrait, it should be a lot closer. Making this a lot closer actually would make it a lot more intimate. I can't open it in Camera Raw to show you, but this would be a lot better. But anyway, I just want to say, I have a lot of hope because I think you've got the camera technique down. And you need to just mentally move to that next level. So what's going to make an image that isn't just, oh, you were there with your family, but you're starting to tell a story, and and if you noticed in 2 of those shots, some parts of the family were in the background out of focus. And it really helped tell the story, you know. So think about that. Just putting 3 people in the middle of the phone, click.
And and one thing I'll add to that, and it's kind of the mantra I've been on for the last year, especially now that I've been engaged with stock photography, is if you go to the park with a camera and you've got a family, the shots I just saw are the ones everyone expects to see. Those are the ones where, oh, you took a picture of the family in the middle of the frame. That's what we expect. Meaning, anyone could have walked up, held up a camera and went click, and got that shot. The ones where this guy showed from 500px took a little bit more thinking, a little bit more. This isn't what I would expect. You went beyond what I would expect.
Right, but those are great. That's the kind of stuff. That's what I'm talking about. So I think you're on the right track. I really do. I think you've got the technical stuff down. Stop worrying about that. Now let's start trying to
don't worry about the technical. You got that.
Really great picture.
Don't oversaturate, and don't take the shot that everyone would expect or everyone else would walk up and take.
Right. You guys get right here, the 3 of you in a triangle. Click.
Click. Okay, yeah, done.
All right. So let's take a look. A couple of more shout outs here. So Raging Badger says, oh my God, I got a shout out now. Now I have to do it. Oh crap. Raging Badger, you will love it. You'll do it every year. Jock Photo says, I could do a photo walk in Pu'u'anahulu, if you can pronounce it. I think that's right. Pu'u'anahulu. Wouldn't you say that's it?
I'd say that's it.
Pu'u, because the P-U-U, I think, is Pu'u. Hey, I said Pu. Anyway, Pu'u'anahulu, if you can pronounce it. Okay, and greetings from Poland. Shout out. You didn't put your name there, but it's anonymous. And Nicodemus called them Hulk Hogan skin tones.
Well, they weren't green. They were red.
Yeah, no. Yeah. No, that's the Hulk. You're confusing the Hulk.
Oh, Hulk
with
Hogan.
Hulk Hogan.
Yeah, you're right. My bad.
All righty.
Your critique was
Alrighty.
correct.
Let's take a look at this next image, please. And this is... all right, let's take a look. I'll just look at them real quick here. I like 2 of these. Overall, though, I can tell you right off the bat, this is a pretty good photographer. Just straight up. I like the technique. I really like the colorization here. They did, I believe, a split toning effect. I don't believe that's the real color that was there. I think this has had either a split toning effect or like a plug-in. I think that's kind of cool. And I like that she's not looking directly at the camera. I like the composition. Now, somebody might go, well, you got the fence running through her head, but I think it's out of focus and in the background enough where I think this is a nicely done photo. I'm not digging this. I don't like her pose. She's giving you nothing in the expression. It feels crowded. Like it feels really tight.
Well, the thing that throws me off of this one, even before I get to any of that, is the contrast is off. Not in a good way.
Yeah, but I think they applied a flat look to it, like a flat Instagram-y type of look to it.
That's what I meant by not in a good way.
Yeah, not in a good way. And then it comes back around, and this is lovely. I think this is really nice. I think the skin tone's nice. Again, I love the subtlety, the way she's looking away. I like all the colors. I think you're onto something here. I think you got something here. I think here and here, you got something.
My favorite is the first one.
Absolutely. Yeah. This one's very, very nice. I pull this one out. But I think you're on the right track. I think you're doing some good stuff. I love the backlit look here.
Yep.
I think the backlit is very nice, but she's still nicely lit. You may be overexposed by a stop to get that in there. And I don't think you lit it, but if you did, kudos to you, nicely lit. Same thing here. She's backlit, and it's got a little bit of a kind of blown out sun flare. I think that the lighting was handled. Natural light, I think, was handled very nicely here. Good job, and pitch this one. All right. Hey, Mark Rodriguez and the wonderful Hilmar say they're talking about co-leading a walk at Epcot this year. Okay, can I tell you something I did, guys? So Mark and Hilmar, I went to Epcot one day, and I said this. I'm going to take pictures, and my goal is to take pictures that no one will know came from Epcot. Because I've been to Disney. I don't live far from Disney. I've been to Disney since October of 1971. I go quite often. We have a Disney annual pass. So I was at Epcot for the 100th time. And I thought, you know what I'm going to do? Epcot has great architecture. And I went on, I think either Facebook or no, it wasn't Instagram, Facebook or something. And I said, I'm going to give a book away to whoever tells me where this shot was taken. I didn't tell it was Epcot. It took a day before somebody said,
"That's good.
Epcot?
Mission accomplished."
So that's a great place to shoot. Epcot's got wonderful architecture. You know, all these different countries that go around the lake. It's very nice. That would be a great idea, Mark and Hilmar. All right, let's see. Hi, Scott. I heard you saying you preferred raw images for Brian Katique. Nope, you didn't hear me say that. I couldn't care less. We never get raw images. I don't think we've ever in the history of the show gotten a raw image to upload. Never. What I need is a high resolution image. What happens is we get small images. We get images that are so small that we can't show them.
Can't show them.
They're like little thumbnails.
At 100%, they're that small.
Yeah, at 100% they're that big. So we do not prefer raw images. Don't send a raw image. So, also, Lucy Photog says, can you ask Terry to mention the link where we can upload to Adobe stock again?
I can. So the contributor link, the link you would want to sign up as a contributor is simply stock.adobe.com/contributor. That takes you to the portal where you can sign up as a person that wants to sell stock, not buy it.
All right, let's take a look at our next photographer. Here we go. Terry, I'll let you take this one.
All right. Well, the first one, I'm not digging it. First of all, at least on one of the monitors, it looks a little too yellowish.
Yeah, no, it definitely has a preset applied to it.
Okay. I guess I'm looking at the shot, and it's like you threw some flowers at her feet, and she's sitting there, and you took a picture. I'm not really sure what I'm supposed to look at, what I'm supposed to see.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what the focus of the photo is. And if the focus of the photo is her, I'm not sure what purpose the flowers serve, other than they're casually thrown at her feet.
Yeah.
This is okay as a corporate headshot. The tone's a little off, or lighting's a little off. Something's off at the top of her head. It looks like it's a little burned in too much, maybe with the burn tool. But corporate headshot is the first thing that comes to mind. And the next one, I'm not hating it. It's okay. It's a little too much HDR, maybe.
Yeah. So I'm not quite. I'm struggling to tell you what to do. I agree with Terry's assessment of the first shot. It just looks very arbitrary. Like, I didn't know what to do, so we threw some flowers at her feet.
Right, that's what I'm saying. I don't know what's going on in the photo for me to look at.
Also, I think there's a perspective issue. Her foot looks giant. Look at her foot versus her head. Look how big that foot is. That's a big foot. I doubt her foot in real life is that large. It's just not working. I'm sorry. The whole shot is just. She looks very stiff and very posed. She looks uncomfortable. The post-processing isn't good. This is just not good. I don't know. I'm sorry. If I had to do this over again, here's what I would do. Number one, you got to get rid of the big nasty foot. I think it's a perspective problem. It's not her foot. But all I see when I look at this picture is her foot. Number two, the flowers just look messy. It's not a good concept. Number three, I don't think the dress is very flattering. It's maybe flattering from the waist up, and it just looks like a big drape from the waist down. The post-processing does not suit the image. The cropping does not suit the image. You got some work to do. I would go over to 500px and start look for studio portraiture and your studio portraits and look at the shots there. When you look at the shots there, you're going to see the difference. You're going to go, oh, that's what I need to be getting. Because you got to work. This needs work on every level. The lighting itself isn't bad.
Yeah, it's okay.
But it's not good either. This needs a bit of work. This actually is better, but it's. I mean, the lighting is a bit better. It's not very flattering. I always think of what good lighting is lighting that flatters your subject or is very appropriate for the subject. This is okay. It's, the background's white and what's weird is her hair is kind of greenish blue right in there, which
because it looks like they cloned out some flyaway hairs, or they did something with some flyaway hairs.
Happened up here. And I think you over-retouched her eye, the wrinkles or the
I would have said
shadows.
They didn't retouch them at all, but
I don't know. It looks like quite a lot of them.
But what's going on here looks like just
I don't know.
burn tool.
Yeah, there's some funky stuff going on. The other thing I would say is this. I'm guessing, I'm not sure, that her blouse is supposed to be white.
We'll see up there. It does look white.
Up there it does because that monitor's way off. This one's pretty close, and this one looks blue.
Okay.
This needs some work too. It needs a little bit better cropping. This needs some work, and I'm not sure what this is. You took a shot. It's oversaturated to death. You know what would help you? So here's the thing. As bad as that critique sounded, you're really not that far off. I could tell you, you need better lighting, you need better this. You know what you need? You need better concepts. Really, you really just go to 500px and really study the portraits there. Look at the work of the people that are doing great portraits there and start to really, when I say look at them, don't just go, oh yeah, that's better. Yeah, that's different. Get a piece of paper and a pencil, not your computer. Get a piece of paper and start writing down what makes that shot.
What you like about it, right?
What do you like about it? And start saying, well, find a style of post-processing that looks really good.
Because that first picture, the first thing I said to myself when I saw it was, God, I'd love to see the version without the flowers.
Yep.
Like the flowers are taken away from the shot.
Yeah, they are.
Than more than they're adding to it. I'd love to see the version without the flowers.
And I could imagine at some point you did see a picture with flowers on the ground that was beautiful.
But they were on the ground, not in the studio.
Yeah, this is... Even in the studio, somebody could have done this. I've seen some things that Lindsay Adler has done with flowers in the studio that are stunning. You got to look at...
Yeah.
You're not that far away, believe it or not, but you got to go look at the other stuff, all right? We got to rip through some more, but that's where we are on that one. Some shout-outs here. Hello from Saltrio, Italy. Jock said I did a good job on the pronunciation of the Hawaiian place where he wants to lead a walk. Alan Cox says, ask Terry when Adobe will make the healing tool in Lightroom more like Photoshop's. You don't have to. We asked that of the Lightroom Lightroom Mobile product manager was here. We grilled him about it, and he didn't seem to think, is it really that bad? And everybody chimed in and went.
By the way, look, can I explain something real quick about that?
Yeah.
The question was, when are you going to make the healing brush in Lightroom more like the one in Photoshop? There isn't a healing brush in Lightroom.
It's a spot removal tool.
There's a spot removal tool in Lightroom that has a healing option. So that's why it doesn't work the same. It's not the same tool. It never was supposed to be the same tool. So the real question is, when will Lightroom get a healing brush? That's the question.
That's the question. And I hope it's soon. And I agree. You know that one of the main things that I go to Photoshop for to this very day is the healing brush.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, hi from Glasgow, Scotland. Hello from Stockholm, Carolyn. Hi, Irene from Glasgow. And Jack Reznicki, the famous Jack Reznicki, the wonderful Jack Reznicki, who sent me a very interesting email today, says, congrats, Terry, on your Photoshop Hall of Fame induction.
Thank you, Jack. Appreciate it and love your work.
All right. And a lot of people on Facebook are asking, is it too late to submit an image? Yep. Earlier today, I wrote on here, on my Facebook page, today's the day to submit. I did it first thing this morning. And so that's it. Follow me on Facebook and you will always know, but you have to actually go and check the page. And let's see. Hello from Brazil, Scott. I have your Lightroom book in Portuguese. That's from Christopher. Guys, we're going to take a break. But before we go on a break, can we look at this one more? Because this is going to be the easiest critique of the day. Let's just look at this one here. How cool is that?
Print it.
Print it. These are beautiful. Can I tell you something? I'm not a horse guy. I don't ever take horse photos.
I've never taken a horse photo.
These are awesome. These are beautiful.
But if I wanted to put a horse photo up on the wall, it'd be these.
It would be these. These are absolutely gorgeous. You know what's so amazing about these is the light.
Yeah.
The light is just stunning.
Well, I mean, he did everything, or he or she, I don't know who it is, but they did everything right. The lighting's awesome. The horses are in motion. They're in focus. There's wind. There's mystery.
Smoke, there's atmosphere.
It's like you staged the perfect horse shoot and you got it.
Carrie Fox, by the way, asked, who is the photographer I just mentioned? It's Lindsay Adler. She is a KelbyOne instructor. So if you're a KelbyOne member, she has many classes on KelbyOne, and she does a lot of things with flowers and things. They're just really, really great. All right, let's just take one more quick look at those horses, because really, this is like, come on, that's beautiful.
Let's see that other one. Yeah, that's the one I love.
I mean, that looks like a painting. I mean, it's just beautiful. Just, beautiful use of light. And just interesting photos and just so well done. So very, very good stuff. We're going to take a short break. When we come back, we're going to look at more of your images. And we have some good giveaways today.
We do.
Terry actually brought out an amazing giveaway. We are giving away this. This is, let's see, got a camera that close?
There it is.
So this is, it plugs into the wall and it powers 6 USB devices with full power.
Full power, full speed. Tablets, phones, doesn't matter what you throw at it, it'll charge everything full speed.
And it's very lightweight. Well, it's not
60 watt.
Lightweight. 60 watt, plugs right into the regular wall. And so, like, how you go to a hotel room, you've got your tablet and you got all this stuff. This charges everything. Or you're on a plane.
Yep.
All right.
The good folks over at Anchor gave me one to give away today.
Isn't that nice? So we're going to give you a brand new one in a box. This one's mine. And let's see what else. Oh, we had a book. We had a book. We got 2 books. How do I do that in Photoshop? Why, it's brand new. Now, for those of you who have pre-ordered this book's been on pre-order for a while. I had people going, when does it come out? They keep moving the date. Here's what happened. The first printing came out. They shipped us our first copies. And we did not like the print run. We here at KelbyOne looked at the print and we did not think that it met up to the standards of my Lightroom book called How Do I Do That in Lightroom? Our publisher contacted the printer and the printer agreed that the printing was not up to what it should be. And thankfully, the printer reprinted the entire print run. So they are coming off press now. These are some of the new, fresh, nice ones. So they should be to you any day now. But anyway, that's why we're giving away a good one, happy one, nice one, right now here on the grid. Also, here is the book that spawned that other one. How do I do that in Lightroom? By the way, can I say something?
Yeah.
Thank you. It is next week going into its 3rd printing. It just came out last year. It's gone to press 2 times. It is going into its 3rd printing. It has sold crazy numbers. Someone's going to win one today for free.
That's awesome.
Here on the grid. By the way, both of these books are not for beginners. They're for people who kind of know their way around, and they're thinking, like, you want to do something like, isn't there a way to do that? Isn't there a way? That's what it's for. You go right to the page where it's at. You look up how to do that thing. Like, isn't there a way to do a watermark in Lightroom? Isn't there a way? That's what it is. And it just takes you, it's just, boom, here's how to do that one thing. The whole book isn't about watermarking, if that's what you're thinking. Okay, lots of questions, lots of great photos to go through. Stick around, we'll be right back. Terry White is our guest. We're live here on the grid. Don't go anywhere.
Live on the grid.
Hi everybody, Mike Cabasi here. Check out my new class, Flat to Flattering. We capture images with a 2-dimensional tool. I'm going to show you how to light so that your images look 3-dimensional. We're going to teach you how to create depth in your pictures, some texture in the background, how to put a key highlight on the hair, and make your images look flattering. Check out my new class on KelbyOne, Flat to Flattering.
Well, hi everybody. Welcome to 10 Essential Techniques Every Landscape Photographer Needs to Know. My name is Scott Kelby and we're on location in beautiful Cannon Beach, Oregon. So we're right on the Oregon coastline and it's just a gorgeous, gorgeous day. And it's a perfect home for what we're gonna be doing in this class. And we're gonna be covering an awful lot. We're gonna be covering everything from gear, from camera settings, for accessories, how to set everything up for maximum success, and we have a lot to cover. Come with us on this journey as we take you through the entire process to help you make the best landscape photos you've ever taken.
Christy from Shark Pixel here, and I am so excited to talk to you about my new upcoming class. It's all about retouching hair. You're gonna learn how to change color, you're gonna learn how to extract from the background, how to take care of flyaways, and at the end of the class, we're gonna get super advanced and start creating our own custom hairbrushes so that you will never pull out your own hair again next time you have hair to retouch in Photoshop. So check it out only on KelbyOne.com.
Hey everybody, we're back. Scott Kelby here with Terry White. It is Blind Critique Day. I want to give a shout out to all the photographers who came out Monday to my Nashville seminar. I had a packed house in Nashville, had tons of fun, met such nice people. Nashville is a boom town. When was the last time you were in Nashville?
2 weekends ago.
It looks like Dubai now, doesn't it?
It
there are
does.
so many cranes and so many high-rise buildings go up in Nashville. It's just amazing. And went to my best meal probably of the year at a restaurant called Husk.
Husk?
Husk. Brad said, we got to go to Husk. It's his favorite restaurant, and we went there. On a Monday night, it was completely sold out. They like squoze us in, if that's a word.
Wow.
And Monday night, completely packed out. Absolutely wonderful. Hey, I want to invite you. Next week, I'm in Indianapolis. That's right, Indianapolis. With the same tour, we're going to have a packed house. Hundreds of photographers will be there. You should be there too. If you're anywhere near Indy, come on out. A week from Thursday, so a week from tomorrow, I'll be in Indy. Friday, I'm giving the keynote at the Photo Expo 2016 in or just outside of Little Rock, Arkansas. So I hope to see some of you there. Now, some real quick comments and then back to the images. Carolyn says, can't wait to be leading the Worldwide Photo Walk in Colonial Williamsburg, Virginia again this year. Hoping for good weather and no hurricanes. Us too, Carolyn. Hello from Wisconsin. Saw you at Photoshop World, Scott. You rock. Thank you, Sonia. John says, after taking Scott's courses in Photoshop on KelbyOne, and then he wrote, my favorite sentence ever, if you're not a member, today is a good day to join. About a Wacom tablet, a Wacom Intuos Pro for my Photoshop work from B&H, should arrive tomorrow. John, you're going to love that Wacom Intuos like you cannot believe.
Yes, you are.
And then Nicodemus said, and I have this exact same problem. This is, I usually have trouble getting the softboxes near my horse's face.
You there's like a strap mount they
There
make.
is, it's called the horse
Mount
mount.
for your strobes, depending on which ones you have.
Fran from the UK. Hi, Fran. Fran says, who shot those equine photos? So, Fran, we don't know. So when we get the images, it is completely blind. We don't know anybody's name. We just get a bunch of images, and that's it. So the idea of being a blind critique is we don't know who they are. Because sometimes somebody we know will critique. Like I critiqued somebody a couple of weeks ago, and I didn't know. She told me afterwards, oh, those are mine, and I didn't know. And the last one is, hi, Scott and Terry. Love the show and enjoy KelbyOne classes every week. Learned so much from Terry and the KelbyOne instructors. Greetings. Andres from the Netherlands.
Thank you.
Speaking of that, my new class comes out tomorrow. I got a great class tomorrow. Ready? You ready for this? I got a great class. Comes out tomorrow. 7 Photoshop techniques every Lightroom user needs to know. Now you think it would be a short thing, but it's like layers is a technique.
Right.
It takes a while to teach layers. So anyway, it's basically. Anyway, I'm really happy with how it came out. I think it's going to help a lot of people who are Lightroom users. Do you know how many people that talk to you that go, I have Lightroom and I know I should be using Photoshop?
Yes.
Like I bought the $10 a month plan. I know I should be using Photoshop. That class is for you. You'll really get a lot out of it, and you'll be using Photoshop at the end of that class. All right, so here we go. Let's look at the next one. We have 3 images here. 1, 2, 3. Very nice. Very nice. I love the leading lines in the composition here. This is an image you use in like a composition class.
Yeah.
Beautifully done, shot in beautiful light. As is this. I wish the exposure was longer, but I'm nitpicking. That's a nice shot, but with a longer exposure.
Yeah, it's a nice shot, but that can also just be a quick adjustment of the shadows.
Yeah, and also this would make a great black and white because the blue color isn't helping you. But you know what it is? You're a very good photographer, and this is gorgeous.
Yep.
This is just beautiful. Beautifully done. Nice composition. You had crappy weather. And you composed the shot so that the clouds in the sky that is pretty bad.
Even look at the foreground there, the rocks in the water, how you can still see them.
Yeah.
And look all the way up.
All
to
right.
the top where you see the clouds. Very well done.
So Fran asked, how do I find time to write all the books amongst all the under hundreds of things you do? And then somebody wrote, probably has ghostwriters. Terry, do I have ghostwriters?
You absolutely do not have
absolutely,
ghostwriters.
Positively do not have ghostwriters.
I do know how you do it, though.
You do know how I do it?
I do.
How do I do it?
Drugs.
It's drugs.
Yeah.
It's drugs. No.
He decided to postpone sleep for like 10 years.
Yeah, I do most of my sleep when I'm driving. Yeah. So that really, if you do that, it really, you have a lot of time. No, I don't. I'm too like, I don't know, control freaky or something to have a ghostwriter.
Yeah, no.
It would drive me crazy. If you read my book, you read it, you go, oh no, that's
Scott wrote it. Yeah, there's no ghostwriters ever.
I will say this: I do write very quickly. I think that my secret is I write quickly. And you know why? Because I don't spell a lot of words
book
correctly.
that got written in a weekend by two people.
Yeah. So Terry and I wrote a book together years ago on the iPhone.
First iPhone book, and we wrote it in a weekend. Like, I wrote 5 chapters, he wrote 5 chapters. Started Friday, done by Sunday.
And you know what? That book sold like crazy. There was a time where people went and bought books on how to learn an iPhone.
They probably still would today, but
that bought Terry's Mercedes at the time. All right. Bill from Tampa says, is Photoshop World coming to Orlando? Yes, it is. The very next Photoshop World. We're coming back to the East Coast. It is in Orlando. I believe it is like April 19, 20, and 21st, something like that. Go to photoshopworld.com and not all the details, but enough details are there to get you going. So it basically says mark your calendar. Sometime in April, late April, go there. Tonight is our travel photography thing on. Yes, tonight Terry and I are doing a free, open to everybody. It's sponsored by Adobe. So tonight Adobe is sponsoring a very special Lightroom. It's all Lightroom on travel photography. And Terry and I are sharing some of our favorite tips. To where here on the grid we talk about photography. It's a discussion. Sure. Tonight we're teaching Lightroom travel photography. Come and join us. Tell your friends, 6 o'clock tonight at KelbyOne.com/website. It'll be live. We'll be taking your questions. Feel the love. All right. For this photographer that we're just looking at,
yeah, you rock.
You rock. Only thing I could say is that one might be nice in black and white. It's worth taking a look at, but very nice otherwise. Let's take a look at what we got here. Little macro shot of a bee. Macro shot of, looks like barbed wire.
Or a web.
And this is really cute. That's really cute. It's just cute. I like the way you put the little sprig around it. This is just cute. That is a
Lego?
Yeah, I mean, yes, it's a Lego, but for Star Wars, he is a... he flies one
of the guys that repairs?
No, he doesn't repair. He flies. He's got a little tube and all.
Yeah.
He flies an X-Wing, right?
There you go. That is an X-Wing pilot.
Thank you. Now, can I tell you something? What's going on here? This is not good. Let's look at all the reasons why, because there's many.
Several, yeah.
This is number one. This is whatever it landed on is ugly. It's just ugly. And you blew a flash right onto the ugly thing, and this is all ugly. Now, I will say this: I do not like shots of insects. Period. Don't like them. If I see an insect, I can't get off the page fast enough. That being said, I can actually look at a bee, and this one's okay as far as a bee goes. But the shot, you got to get rid of this. This is number one. You got to wait till the bee lands on something decent. You know what? I went over to 500px on the break right before we started. And I asked for a bee. This is just a standard bee shot. Take a look.
Yeah.
This is what a bee shot's. And this is not like award-winning bee shot. I just grabbed the first one that came up or something. It was right on the first screen. It's a bee landing on a much, much nicer flower. The bee is isolated on the background. It is sharp. It's crisp. They didn't blow a flash into it. It's backlit as it should be. The flower's backlit. And again, I'm not showing you like an award-winning, I'm sure you give me 5 minutes on 500px, I'll come up with a bee shot that'll blow your brains out. The only problem is I don't like looking at bee shots. That's a problem. So I would be 5 minutes into, I would have the heebie-jeebies on a level. So, but that's to give you an idea. Look at the lighting on the bee shot here. Look at the lighting on the bee and on the flower. Now let's jump back. This looks like a snapshot. If someone has never shot a bee.
Well, no, it's worse than that from the perspective of it. It looks like you were trying to take a picture of whatever that thing was that the bee landed on it, and oh my God, a bee got on it as you snapped the shutter. There's nothing
working.
It's not really intentional. And back to what am I supposed to look at? Is it the flower thing or the bee? Because they're both directly in focus.
Yeah. So let's forget the bee thing for now. You got to go work on the bee stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I would tell you? Since you don't have a problem with looking at bees, go to 500px and look at the bee shots.
And that would have been, like you said, that would have been a great bee shot if it just had been on something more attractive.
This is okay. This shot, it's certainly better. And it's semi-interesting, but at the end of the day, it's just a piece of barbed wire with some spider webs on it. It's okay. And
it's cute.
This is cute. You know what's interesting is, if you look at this shot and this shot, you got some photography skills. And you're getting into macro. I think that's cool. We have a whole class on macro on KelbyOne. So you're not a bad photographer. This isn't like, oh, you stink and all. It's not that. This shot stinks. The bee, it stinks. You're not a bee photographer. Doesn't mean you can't be one. Go to 500px, work it a little bit. You can get better. This has been actually a pretty hopeful day because you can see you got some skills. So somebody wants to know if I can zoom in on the bug photo. Oh, it's going to be gross if I zoom in.
Zoom in.
No, I can't zoom in, luckily.
Well, and
will it open up?
Before you leave it, and this is something.
Jump off of this. There you go.
This is something I learned from, I think maybe one of your first photography books way back when. If you're going to take a picture that includes a flower, or the flower is the subject, then you don't want one that's wilted, dying, half the leaves are dead, whatever, ugly. Get a phenomenal flower.
Start there.
And start there. Because everything else you're doing is okay. It's just the flower is just weird looking,
and
or
don't
whatever
light it
that
with a
is.
flash.
It takes away from the rest of the shot.
There are people that can light macro shots of flowers that are great. But for now, what I would do is stick with natural light, go and get a Westcott one-stop diffuser from B&H and put that between the sun and the flower, and then wait for the bee to arrive. Lucy Photo just said, thank you for bringing back to Photoshop World back to Orlando. Just booked my hotel. Hey, Lucy, by the way, the official hotel is going to be the Hyatt. So the Hyatt Grand, I believe, right next, attached to the convention center in Orlando. We have, by the way, the entire north side of the street, one end to the other. We have the entire convention center.
Awesome.
We got lots of cool stuff planned. Okay. And I zoomed in as far as I can zoom in, Raging Badger, on the bug photo. It's low resolution. It was a screen cap because they sent us that's it. And it's really disgusting. But the bee part isn't so bad. It's the flower that's really, really bad.
Where does the bee end and the flower begin?
Yeah, there's a good one. Where does the bee end and the flower begin? We only have 12 minutes left, so we're going to roll on. But need a little bit of work there, but you're not out of the game, that's for sure, so that's good news.
Yeah, all the photography I'm seeing, by the way, is easy things to improve. They're easy things.
Yeah, it's not
it's not like, oh my God, this person should sell their gear. No, this is like, you guys are all good. It's just these particular photos take it to the next level.
All right, Nicodemus wins the wah, wah, wah award. They said it's a stinging critique.
Yes. I saw that. I wish I could unsee that. No, I'm just kidding.
All right, take a look. Here we go. Nice. I love the atmosphere. Okay. Nice. You know what's wrong with these photos? They are way too vibrant. I'm going to say all three of these are probably HDR. Just back off the vibrance. The green grass looks fake. The sky looks fake. All the colors look oversaturated. Good photography. Got to work on the post-processing.
Well, go back to that middle one. The thing I struggled. No, not that one. That was fine. The thing I struggle with on this one.
What's the subject?
Well, not even that. See in the water where there's that hard line between the shadow and the sunset? Why would there be a hard line coming all the way to the shore? What's casting that shadow? So that's what makes it look.
I don't know what you're seeing.
Okay, here. This. What's making that line?
What is making that line?
So that's what I'm saying. That's what makes it look fake. When I see something in a shot like this, that looks like it wouldn't naturally happen.
Dude, that's the least of my problems with that shot. But okay, let's add that to the. No, so this is definitely.
But that's the first thing that jumped out at me.
This is the least strong of them, right? So this is a much better photo.
Much better.
I love the atmosphere and stuff. I think it's crooked. I hate to say that.
Yeah, it's slightly
it's
leaning
crooked.
down to the right.
When you have a landscape shot, it's like hanging a picture on your wall that's crooked. It's really annoying. But I like the composition, and I like where you went with it. You just went way too far with the saturation, or you used a plug-in and went too far with the saturation.
But at least on that one, all the lighting looks like it would have happened.
This is crooked too. Come on, you got to work on your crookedness. These are crooked.
You got to work
That's
on your
like
crookedness.
kind of a basic. Yeah, your crookedness is crooked. All right. Hey, but you know what? Not bad. Not bad. All right. What do we got here? Okay. Okay. All right. So Brad's not here to critique the concert photos. Brad was at my seminar. Of course, Brad is on my tour with me, right? So I'll see Brad next week in Indy. If you guys come to Indy, you'll see Brad. Brad's doing some amazing stuff with his concert stuff. Really, he's in I was looking at some shots he took. He's in the zone. Nailing it. But I will tell you this. I've been through enough of Brad's critiques to know that Brad's looking for a moment of excitement or impact or something different, and that's this. I love the way the guy's jumping right out into the crowd. He's got his mic. I think this is a really interesting shot. I love this foot.
Yeah, it looks like someone dived in the audience before that.
Yeah, they did, and I'm coming after you, and I'm bringing my mic. I think this is a really, really good shot. I think this is a really interesting shot. I really think it's good. This is a technically very well executed, really boring shot.
I don't like the lighting on the face.
She's giving you nothing. She's just looks like a mannequin. I mean, absolutely.
Is that blown out? I can't tell.
Yeah, the flowers are blown out on the head, but she absolutely. I mean, look at it. She looks like a mannequin. She's not smiling. She's not giving you anything. There are no catch lights in her eyes. This one, get rid of it.
Yeah, the lighting on this one is what's bothering me more.
Yeah, well, it's kind of flat, but I like the backgrounds out of focus. I know that you put an effect on the overall, like some kind of a cross-processing effect. It's not bad. It's not there. The other ones are there. This one, look, the subject's giving you nothing. I think that you're focusing on all the post-processing and stuff. You need to be focusing on what the subject's giving you. She's giving you nothing, but not bad. I mean, you got some skills. This is not an awesome wedding shot, but stick with your wedding stuff. It's kind of a nice moment. I don't necessarily need to see all that light on the floor. This is the subject over here. I'm either drawn to look out the windows or drawn to this. The thing that saves you is it sweeps up the dress, but it takes me a while to get to the bride and groom.
Well,
there's also a lens correction problem going on here.
Yeah, the only problem I have with it is when I get to the bride and groom, then I'm forced to look out the window because it's in focus.
Yeah, I would rather see that almost blown out or something, or out of focus. Okay.
Because those buildings across the street look like, well, what are they looking at? Let's look at it. Let's all look at it together.
Yeah. This, unfortunately, is just a snapshot. You could have taken this with your phone. You probably did take it with your phone. It's all right. It's just taken in harsh light in the middle of the day, and it's right in front of you. You're standing. This is kind of a snapshot, as is this. This
is my least favorite.
Yeah, this is my least favorite by far as well. It's kind of not. Alan Cox asks, aren't HDR photos by nature going to look unnatural? Is that a bad thing if an image looks unrealistic? HDR photos by nature do not have to look unnatural. That's like saying, don't amplifiers for guitars have to be too loud? No, you have a volume knob. HDR is the same thing. Yeah. HDR can look very natural. I would say
an HDR by definition is basically just combining 3 or more exposures to expose areas that were hard to expose.
Right, that's what an HDR is.
That's what HDR is. People push it and push it too far.
Yeah,
that's
and by the way, I do not mind if an image looks unrealistic. I don't have any problem with that at all. I like sometimes when someone does something fantasy. The problem is they were realistic photos that were oversaturated. I think that it just looked too Hey, great tip from Tim Keisman here. He says a good tip for crooked horizons is to flip it horizontally and the crookedness will jump out at you. So Peter Treadway just came in. Hey, sorry I'm late. What did I miss? Peter, look, Peter, I know a bit about you. You have nothing going on in your life. How did you miss the first part of this? Peter basically sits in a lonely, dark, damp apartment by himself with just a biscuit and a bare light bulb and his laptop. Why wasn't he here on time? Very upset with you. Hey, by the way, I think I'm trying to get Peter to come to Venice to be on our photo walk. Okay, let's see. Sandy Joy says, I've never been to Photoshop World, but I'm going to Orlando.
Awesome.
All right, this photographer, you need a little bit of work. You got it. Your landscape stuff needs a lot of work. Your bridal stuff needs a little work. But you're in the game.
Now, and again, if you just looked at those 3 pictures, you would say, picture number 1, okay, picture number 2, okay, what's picture number 3? Picture number 3 takes the whole thing down.
Hey, this is another one.
Get rid of picture number 3.
Take a look at the first one. In better light, but a blah photo and very crooked horizon line. Bad horizon line. But that's just kind of a, oh, I was there, like you get this with an iPhone. This is really nice. This is beautiful. I love the reflections in the water. I love the tones of this. The horizon line's a bit crooked, but I'm okay with it. You got to fix that, of course. This is an interesting, I want to know more about this. This has the potential to be good. It's cropped really bad. It's really, really cropped bad. Badly, I think is a better word. Let's go and grab the crop tool because I want to save this photo. Because you know what? Seeing a bunch of ugly tree does nothing for this shot. It's not cropped in an awesome place either. There's a great shot inside of this shot. You got to go find it. That's a much better shot.
Right.
Work on your skin tone a little though. Your skin tone's a little red and kind of But look at that. That's a much better shot. That's a tremendously better shot inside your bad shot. No, it wasn't bad actually. It was just a little bit there. So that's it. Okay.
And that shot makes me say, well, what's on her mind? What's she thinking about?
Yeah,
Why
this
she
is
lost in
good.
thought? Good story.
I think this is good.
Yeah.
I think this photographer, with the exception of the kind of, oh, that's not it. Sorry, bad place. Oh, God, that bee.
You went back to
oh,
the
not
bee.
the bee.
The bee is following you.
I think you're good. I think you got some good stuff. I think you got this going on. You can take this shot. You just need to crop it better. This shot is good. Don't show anybody this shot. This is one you look at and you go, I'm not going to share that. But it's not horrible, but it's just, I think you got some other better stuff going on. And I'm just going to give you, we only have like 2 minutes left. I wanted to show you this one. This one, somebody did some serious Photoshop work here, and I think they're doing a good job. How about that one where he's hugging himself through the mirror? And it looks 3D, kind of creepy. I like it. This is very interesting, also creepy. It looks like the flip side of her coming out. Someone's thinking of some cool stuff, and you got the moon outside. I think the compositing looks good. I like the tones in the images.
Someone should be trying to get in the Guru Award.
Somebody should try to get in. You should enter the Photoshop World's a Photoshop World. I think you got some stuff. You got some juice. Your post-processing is good. Your concepts are good. That's a hard thing. I think you're good. I think you got some good stuff.
Way more creative than I am.
Now, I do not know where this is. I'm going to think that it is Norway, because when I've seen photos of Norway, I think it looks like this. I would love to learn that this is Iceland, because we're going, hey, fix your horizon line, please. Why is it crooked?
It's a 2-second fix in Lightroom and Camera Raw.
It's a 2-second fix. This is the basic thing for landscape photos.
Yeah.
You got to get your horizon line straight. It's a beautiful photograph. And there your horizon line straight. I don't know where this is. If the photographer that did this is watching, please tell us where this. You don't have to give your name. You can just say anonymous Bob Johnson or whatever, anonymous 069 538 525, whatever it is. These are beautiful shots taken in beautiful light. I like your composition. I like the time of day you shot them. These are really, to me, these are very fascinating. I think it's Norway. Who knows? All right. So,
and that's the key, by the way, for a lot of landscape or travel photography. When you take a picture like that or take a shot like that and it makes the person say, where is this? I want to go.
That's a home run.
You're in the game.
Yep. All right, we're basically out of time. Let's take a look at this one. I really like this shot. I like the post-processing. See, now this isn't actually a realistic shot, but I like it. They didn't go too far.
Right.
They didn't take the post too far.
the slider doesn't have to be all the way to the right.
You don't have to turn the amp up to 11. I like this shot a lot. His expression is interesting. I like the detail in the room and all. I really like this shot. This is a really interesting shot. I like the kind of greenish post-processing. I hate to say it, I want to see more of this guy. He just looks really interesting. He looks fairly interesting. This guy, I'd love to see like a really dramatic portrait thing. The only thing I would say to the photographer on this one is, this chair is a bit bright. Let's tone that down. Go in there with the adjustment brush in Lightroom and make that darker. Make it at least match over here. I like the lighting. This little hot spot, I don't know about. All right, let's see. And then this one's actually pretty good. I think the wall, see, I don't know. My gut reaction is to make the wall darker so it focuses on her. Yeah, I would leave it, I would take it down a little bit. Good job on this photographer. Overall, I like their sense of lighting. And I like their subjects pretty much. And we're out of time. We're out of time. So let me just look real quick before we go and see if there's one I have to show you. That one's all right. I'm going to give here we go. This is the 30-second round. That is a wonderful portrait. Just wonderful. That's very nice. A little bit of distortion, like a little too close to the subject, but that's nice. Very nice. Very nice shots. All right. I like those. I saw this one earlier. I love that building. I think it's probably a museum that Frank Gehry did or something.
No, that's actually in Disney in
LA? That's not the Disney.
You sure?
It could be. Dude, no, I don't think so. Dude, I shot the heck out of the Disney place in LA. Me too. Same architect, Frank Gehry. I think that's in Bilbao, Spain. I love this. The man over on the right for scale and all makes it. Yeah. And I think this is very interesting as well. Architecturally wise, I dig that. We're so out of time, but I'm down to my last ones here. Here's two. They actually gave me three, but one of them was too naughty. This is spectacular. This is an absolutely beautiful portrait. Look at the lighting. Look at the skin retouching. She's connected with the viewer. That is like off the chain. This is really good as well. And not as strong as this. The black and white just so works here. And I think this would actually make a really good black and white too, but you would lose some of the color and stuff. I only have those two to go by, so I can't give you a third, but those are terrific. Good job. And I think this is going to have to be the last one. So this is the very last one for today. This is, okay. This is a gate. This is fantastic. Are you sure the same photographer took these three? Look at what we got here. What's your subject? Some ugly wooden stairs. What's your subject? An ugly gate. And then look at this. This is absolutely beautiful. Here's what I would tell you.
Go back to the gate.
Yeah.
See, I would even try a content aware fill to get rid of the gate just to see what would happen. You know
what though? It would be better.
It would be better, but
then what's your subject? I don't know. Yeah. Look at this though.
That's phenomenal. Yeah.
Come on, that's like you should enter that in a competition. Do more of that. Do less of this. All right, guys. Where do we enter the contest? Go to. Where do they go? KelbyTV.com/webcast/contest. So KelbyTV.com/webcast-contest. Tell us what you want to win. Do you want to win the Lightroom book? Just write Lightroom book in the comments. Do you want to win the Photoshop? Write Photoshop book. Want to win the cool Anchor. USB thing.
Anchor charger. ANKER.
Yeah, ANKER. You can go check it out. If you don't win, you can still go buy one at their site.
KelbyOne.com/webcast-contest.
That's where you go to win. We announce the winners next week. Thank you, everybody. I just can't quite get it out. Thank you, everybody, for watching, for everyone that tuned in today. Terry, thank you for being our guest critiquer today.
Thank you.
Jen, Eric, Meredith in the booth. Thanks, everybody, for watching. We will be, am I here next Wednesday? Who knows? Where am I? I'm someplace.
But we are back here in 55 minutes.
Yeah, we are. Join us at 6 o'clock for Travel Photography. Take care, everybody.
All right. Bye.
Bye-bye.